We are in 2025, and if you are still using the same outdated B2B marketing playbook, you're going to struggle with your marketing this year. Now, here is the truth. If you are interested to build or update your B2B marketing strategy right now, you are probably hesitating between so many tactics: paid ads, affiliate marketing, content, emailing, newsletters, YouTube. There are so many potential marketing tactics that you can use, and this gives you a lack of clarity on what you should do. Should I do this one or should I do another one? But if I do this one, maybe I will miss out because I will spend too much time. So this is a problem that I see with a lot of B2B founders right now. In my career, I worked on over 320 marketing projects, and in the past year alone, I helped 420 students to build their B2B content strategy and their B2B marketing strategy in general. So I've analyzed all those different projects. I took a lot of time to identify the problems, but also the opportunities in B2B marketing. And in this video, I'm going to present the B2B marketing playbook for 2025. In order to explain this B2B marketing playbook, I'm going to use this graph that I've designed and shared on LinkedIn. So as you can see, there are different elements, and I'm going to review them one by one. So the first thing you need to understand is the difference between passive buyers and active buyers. It's very easy to understand. Some businesses are not ready to buy for different reasons. Maybe they have other projects right now, they have other priorities, they already spent their budget, and other potential reasons. So those businesses, you should not try to hard sell. What you should do instead is to adapt your strategy to those passive buyers. I will tell you how exactly just after. And the second type of buyers are active buyers. So active buyers have been following you for a few months, or maybe not, they just discovered you. But overall, what they need to do right now in the next 3 months is to purchase something that will help them for one of their problems. And you, as a B2B business, you are one of the potential providers. So basically, they are actively looking for a solution. Now, we don't have specific statistics about the repartition between passive and active buyers, but overall, most people say that it's a 95 versus 5% repartition. But honestly, the percentage of repartition is not that important. What is important is that you understand the concept and that you adapt your marketing strategy to those two types of buyers. Because here is the thing, should you just forget about the passive buyers? No, because they will eventually later on become active buyers, and you will have a small window to target them, talk to them, and close a deal with them. And second question, should you forget about active buyers? This is of course a no, because those businesses will help you to generate revenue on the short term. So overall, passive buyers is for the long term, and active buyers is for short term, if I had to recap. Now let's talk about the second part of this graph. You should create a content ecosystem with educative content for the passive buyers who are not ready to buy. Let me give you an example. If your target audience are accountants, but you know that they will start purchasing a new software only at the end of the year, in November and December, let's say, you should not wake up in September and October and start sending emails. What you should do instead is start creating content to position your brand as an option in early January, February, at the beginning of the year. So this is obviously another simplification of the buying journey and the buying process, because they will probably not buy only in November and December. But what is important is that you understand the concept. If you publish a case study, LinkedIn posts, and YouTube videos, and you get invited to some podcasts in the finance and accounting industry, you increase your chance to get discovered by your target audience. So when they want to purchase a software like yours, you are top of mind. What does it mean to be top of mind? It means that they associate your brand or your personal brand to an expertise when they need this expertise. So at the end of the year, in November or December, when they want to purchase a software, they will think about you first, and maybe you will be in the top 3 in a bidding. And at this moment, it will be more about the sales system, so how you close the deal, because you already built awareness and trust thanks to your content. So in order to do this in any industry, any niche in B2B, you should use LinkedIn, YouTube, podcasts, a newsletter, and X as well if your target audience is on this channel. You have on my channel many different videos that explain how to publish the right B2B content, and you can also have a look in the description at my course that will help you to build your content strategy, your content plan, and also you will have access to my content factory where I teach you exactly how to create the content on YouTube, newsletter, and LinkedIn so you are able to position your brand as an authority in your industry. And when those passive buyers become active, you are one of the best options for them. In the course, I also teach you how to plug your content to your sales system in order to turn content into revenue. So let's move on to the next part of the graph, when the passive buyers become active. So basically they activate the buying mode, and this can come from different triggers, what we call buying triggers. So it can be an internal decision or an external decision. Maybe a competitor just released something new and the CEO wants to adapt to this competition, or maybe it's an influencer that had an impact on the leadership, or maybe it's an internal project with a specific needs and they need to find provider to help them. The buying triggers, there are so many of them, you cannot really control them, but you can have an influence on those triggers with your content. So this is the role of the previous part, the content ecosystem. But what is important here is that when those active buyers become ready to buy, you need to be here to capture their demand. So if I take the same example of accountants that buy in only November and December, you started publishing content in February and they spotted that you are one of the potential providers to help them to improve their financial workflow. So when they become ready to buy in November or December, what you need to do is to have a capture system in order to collect inbound demand. So you need to be ready for when passive buyers become active. What does it mean to be ready? First, you need to be available on all the different platforms, LinkedIn, by emails, or with a chatbot on your website, and you need to reply as fast as possible. Because let's say that you've published content for 8 months, but when they contact you, you take 1 week to reply, you are wasting all the efforts on the content and you are losing the deal. Because most of the time, they will also contact your competitors, and even if you are the best option, if you don't reply fast enough, you will lose the deal. So that's the first part, you need to be really reactive. The second part is that your inbound system needs to be connected to your sales system. So when you collect the inbound, you should add it to your CRM, of course, and also to have someone that takes care of the deal from the beginning to the end, and it should be the same person, so the prospect doesn't feel like they are moving from an SDR to an account executive to a customer success or a project manager. It should be the same person that follow the sales cycle from the beginning to the end, which is the win. So this is the best scenario. They've seen your content for 8 months. When it's time to buy, they contact you directly. You reply very fast, within 12 hours, and then you have a discovery call, you run the sales process, and you close the deal. Now, here is the truth. A lot of prospects will not contact you directly for many different options. Maybe they forget about it, maybe a competitor already contacted them, or maybe they have a high ego, so they feel that you should contact them. So overall, they have so many different reasons to not contact you. So this is where warm outbound and social selling comes into the playbook. What you should try to do is to install an intent signal system. So you should analyze who is interested by your brand in order to contact them directly. And so you can either accelerate the sales cycle. So basically we'll contact them first before they contact you, so it's faster. Or second, you will get the deal or harvest the opportunity even if they don't contact you. So for this, you have 3 main tactics that will help you to turn intent signals into prospects. First, it's called social selling, also setting. So analyze intent and signals on social media, mainly on LinkedIn, and based on that, contact them directly to propose a case study, for example, in the DMs. The second one is warm outbound. So in your CRM, you will have a scoring system that will help you to identify who is the best potential prospect for your brand, and you will contact them directly with an email. And third, it's called ABM, account-based marketing. And with ABM, you will be able to list like 10 accounts that have a need that you can cover, and you will have a strong personalized marketing campaigns for this specific account. So for ABM, you should do it only if you have a high ACV or high LTV, so average contract value or high lifetime value. Why? Because if you spend a lot of resources on a personalized marketing campaign, but you get a low value deal, it's probably not worth it. So keep ABM only for the larger accounts, otherwise use social selling and setting and warm outbound. So here, as you've seen, the intent signals is very important because you need to know who to target. So this video is not a deep dive in the intent signals, but here is an overview. You can have a look at your content and who is engaging with your content. So all the likes, engagement on social media, also the downloads of all the elements that you give in exchange of an email, participation to webinars or other live events. You can also have a look at your CRM to identify potential prospects or signals that are not linked to you, such as fundraising, such as new hires or press releases that explain a new direction or strategy for the business. So overall, you need to gather all those signals. You have tools that can help you to do that as well. For example, some tools help you to identify who is visiting your website or a specific page on your website, and you will package all these insights into a system, and based on that, you will know who to contact first. All right, so this was an overview of the B2B marketing playbook for 2025. Here is a recap. First, you need to understand the difference between passive buyers and active buyers. For the passive buyers, you need to create educative content so you are positioned as an expert, and when they become active, so when they are ready to buy, they think about you first because you built top of mind awareness. But be careful, when they become active buyers, you should be ready to transform them into prospects and into clients. So first, make sure to have an inbound system in place to capture the demand. And second, make sure to have a warm outbound or a social selling or an ABM routine and strategy in order to identify the accounts that are interested to work with you and later on transform them into clients. If you want to apply this B2B marketing playbook, I recommend you to have a look at my course that will help you to install this entire playbook from the strategy to the content ecosystem and also the inbound and warm outbound system. If you prefer to have a call with me and my team first in order to understand how this framework can help you to go further with your B2B marketing strategy, you can book a call with us in the description. So this call will be a workshop where we analyze if you are able to apply this framework, and if yes, we will give you the next step on how to use it and how we can help you to apply this framework. If you like this video, make sure to like it, comment it, and subscribe in order to get the next videos in your feed where I talk about B2B marketing strategy and B2B content. All right, I will see you in the next video.